Show me your news.
All right, last part of the show here. This is our section where we say, is this the year for a reveal of? And we have a list of games that, where has this game been? Will this be the year we hear more info about it? So joining us is Kind King 01. How are you, Ken?
Good. How are you today?
We're doing fine. We're going to have you here for 5 of these games. So let's start with, I don't know, is this the year for the reveal of Fallout 4?
No. No, definitely not.
No, not at all.
No.
Not seen that game for years.
Yeah. It's not at all that the trailer's already been out there.
Look, guys, that game is never going to happen. Just give up. Sit down in the corner.
It was a joke, okay? It was a very, very late April Fool's joke, so leave it alone.
In June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the trailer, though, that already has come out?
I'm happy that it's out, but I was a little underwhelmed by the graphics. Like, compared to, The Witcher that's out right now, the textures look a little bit flat, especially the hair models.
Yeah, I mean, Bethesda isn't really a studio that really amps up the graphics, though. As long as it plays well, and I'm sure we'll see a long demo during Bethesda's conference, so I think that'll be really the test of it. But the game is likely going to be coming out in 2015, and that's exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
As long as it comes out on PC, people will make better graphics for it. That's a Bethesda.
Well, considering that it's already been available for pre-order, there's that.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that's certainly going to happen. Now, what about Banjo 3E?
Nope.
I said no as well on this one.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if it came out. It'd kind of be like Banjo 3 versus Ukulele, not like a Rocky 4 situation.
Almost. It'd be like Microsoft saying, well, we think we know better.
Yeah, definitely not.
They're going to look at nuts and bolts. They're going to look at nuts and bolts. They're going to say, well, we tried it once, and it didn't work.
No one's going to want to go for a Banjo 3 unless they can show that they've got their shit back together and gone, hey, guys, we made a platformer now. There's no cars. There's no cars.
That
Promise.
would require them to use Rare for something, and they don't do that.
Cars are DLC!
Just in case you liked that. No, I think Ukulele is where it is at, and I don't think they want to necessarily compete with that. It would look bad if they did something like that.
Look
It'd be funny.
It would be funny. I'll give it that. We had 90.5% of people say yes for Fallout 4, justifiably so.
Who said no?
I would assume some people before the game got announced.
Some people trying to make some bold predictions that it wouldn't happen. But then 9.5% of people say yes for Banjo 3E. So
Those are some sad bastards right there.
Yeah. Now, 6 years later, Ken, is this the year for The Last Guardian?
No.
Oh, God, I hope so.
No.
Yes.
It's been killed so many times in theory that I feel like they have to finally show something this year.
But Sony keeps saying they're working on it.
Exactly.
Shuhei Yoshida is they were working on it at Japan Studio. I'm just amazed that Team Ico is still alive. Since what have they done to make money? But
remastered.
Exactly. That's really it. But I think it comes back this year, though I'm not sure it'll be under the Last Guardian name.
Really?
It wouldn't surprise me if it kind of gets re-revealed with a different title. People will know that it's that game. I'm sure the Griffin will appear and whatnot, but just to get that name kind of out of the infamy.
Shadow of the Colossus 2.
Yeah.
I hope it's a gritty reboot, and I hope it's a first-person shooter.
Is it basically going, if it's Shadow of the Colossus 2, is it going to be the story of the horse that died?
Agro!
No!
Just don't shoot the Griffin, please.
Oh, God.
That'd be so sad. Oh, that's going to be the Metal Gear Solid 3 ending. God damn it! No! We're going to be forced.
One of them's going to die.
I know. We're going to be forced to do it.
Oh, my God.
No! But no, I think it's got to be the year. It's got to be. We say it every year, but it's got to be. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's we say that every year that gets me. No, it's not.
Ben and I say yes. And we're among the 43% of contest entrants who said yes. So
You sad, sad people.
never give up faith.
Never surrender.
What about Metroid on either Wii U or 3DS?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
No.
just the fact that Star Fox is going to be their big push this year. They don't want 2 space games, I think.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, God. Remember the old retro rumor of Star Fox crossover with Metroid? Oh, my
only.
God.
See, that's why I've put yes.
Oh.
So I want them to cross it over so they get both Star Fox and Metroid out this year. So I've put yes.
Interesting. Which
I
would you
be
prefer?
wrong, but I've done it anyway.
Which would you prefer?
Metroid, actually.
Well, the Wii U or 3DS?
Oh, gosh. I'm more of a fan of using the 3DS, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because they've already put Star Fox 64 onto there,
Yeah.
I would go with Wii U.
Huh. Yeah, I was saying, if it was 3DS, like, Metroid Prime on 3DS does not count. So, yeah, gotta be a new Metroid. Yeah, I said no. I think it comes back to retro, and, like, would they go back to doing that? I don't think so. But 57% of people say yes, so the Nintendo hype is real, I guess. And finally, Resident Evil 7 here for you, Ken.
I said no to this one as well.
Yeah.
No. They just released Revelations 2. Everybody hated Resident Evil 6. They're not going to make Resident Evil 7.
I've literally answered this as please God no in all caps.
Yeah. They're making Resident Evil 0 HD.
Ooh.
I think if they... Yeah, they have announced that. I think if they do come back to Resident Evil, it's going to be like a reboot. To try to like get back to... They're seeing how successful the original HD was.
I'd like HD remakes of 2 and 3 because I've heard 2 and 3 are very good.
I'm sure they'll get to it.
Oh, 2 and 3.
Here's the thing.
2 and 3, they're good.
People have been waiting for remake-style versions of 2 and 3 since the original Resident Evil remake for the GameCube came out, and it never happened. But I want to experience Nemesis because I've never had a way to experience Nemesis.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll eventually do it. I mean, it's part of Capcom's business model that they saw how successful some of these HD remakes are, and they're like, well, we'll just do that because I mean, why else would you make Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition a thing? Because you like doing HD remakes and you like making money off of it. So I could see that happening, but a Resident Evil 7, yeah, you could say what you want about a 3-year cycle since the last one, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
We had 14.3% of people say that it would happen, so it seems pretty unlikely. So Ken, we'll let you go, but first, your Big Boss and Kiefer predictions.
All right. For Big Boss, it refers to Animal Crossing for the Wii U. I do believe that's coming out. It's going to have fully integrated amiibo support. And I think the way they're going to do it is they're going to have actual amiibo, like the actual little statuettes, where you can like unlock items in your town, but also the Animal Crossing trading cards that are coming out for the Happy Home Academy. There'll be a specialized amiibo house in the game where you can scan one card in and have that, like it's almost like a guaranteed villager in that house.
Expanded amiibo support in Animal Crossing for Wii U. Big Boss.
And Kiefer, because we know The Binding of Isaac Rebirth is coming to Wii U and 3DS,
That's right.
Ed McMillan will work with Nintendo to make Isaac amiibos.
Oh, interesting.
That is a very interesting one, actually.
I would love like all the main characters, just amiibos of them.
A Binding of Isaac amiibo line. That's Kiefer.
I need help!
Thank you.
All right, Kind King 01, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Hope you have a great E3, man.
You too, guys.
All right,
Yeah, take care.
Good talk.
See ya.
Yep, bye. And joining us for the last bit to round it all off, it is MajorMoses.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
It's good to be here. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but let's finish off these last 5 games. Is this the year for a reveal of Left 4 Dead 3? Can Valve count to 3?
Nope. I said no. That's because they're going to be revealing 3.
3?
Valve 3. It's just going to be 3.
Just Valve.
Just 3.
3.
No, it's gonna be 3.
It's going to be Left 4 Dead 3, Portal 3, and Half-Life 3.
What?
Let's do
All
it.
in one.
Let's do it.
And all on the HTC Vive, their VR headset.
Yes.
But only on that.
Yes, exclusive.
Now, if that were to happen, would that count as a yes or a no for that?
Well, would count as a yes.
What? But it's not Left 4 Dead 3.
Left 4 Dead 3 would be part of it. You just said that.
Yeah, you just said it.
No. I mean, it's all one game.
Wait, what?
I'm confused.
Basically, getting
There's
all of the number
zombies.
3 games and putting them into one big game.
Yeah, no. There's zombies, there's Gordon Freeman, and there's the portal gun.
Just call
It
3.
makes sense.
God, I would play the shit out of that game. Oh my god.
I think just for the craziness, I think that would count. I think that
Damn.
would count.
Well, then I'm
otherwise,
hoping that doesn't happen.
yeah.
'Cause
Otherwise,
I said no.
I said no. Yeah. I mean, say what you will about Source 2 that's out there. There was the Valve board that someone took a picture of saying that Left 4 Dead 3 is being worked on, so it's possible. I think out of some of the unlikely ones here, this has a good chance, but I don't think it's going to happen.
But there's also one problem with anybody saying yes. They forget Valve doesn't make video games anymore.
They also don't care about E3, so
That is also a thing. They don't really give a shit about E3.
It's all about multiplayer.
they've announced games at E3. Like they announced Left 4 Dead at E3 and they announced Portal 2. Well, they
that
announced
was an
Portal 2
announcement.
for
Was it?
PlayStation
Right.
at E3, but that was just an excuse for Gabe Newell to go up and sarcastically talk about how good he thought consoles were. That was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, so we had 23.8% of people say yes. Ben, you were among them.
Wasn't there some sort of email leak?
Yeah, it was something like that, and someone took a picture of a board in Valve headquarters that had something on there.
I hadn't heard about the board. It was mostly just I really want Left 4 Dead 3. I put 500 hours into the first one.
Oh my!
About 300 into the second one.
Jeez, that's like Rachel Binding of Isaac territory.
That doesn't really touch my Binding of Isaac hours territory. Sorry. Nearly though, nearly.
I bow down. But yeah, I'd love a third one.
It'll be interesting to see what they even do for that PC conference, because, I mean, what is there for that?
Yeah,
It'd be strange, though, to have Valve not present there.
that's true, and I think they
being
will
such
be
a big
present.
force
So
in the,
it's
I feel like there will be something to do with Steam.
Steam
They'll
machines.
be present, but they won't talk about. I don't think it'll be Steam machines because those are closer to consoles.
They'll
But
pretend they're not at E3, because they don't like it.
I don't think they're going to be going to announce any type of game or anything. It's just all going to be new stuff coming to Steam.
and their controller.
Steam controller, you can already buy Steam controllers.
Right.
You don't get them yet, but you can order them. The new Steam refund stuff, Windows 10 we were talking about a lot.
Yep.
You know, the controller will probably be out on the floor. I'm sure Valve will want to have their new controller tested out on the
Right.
floor and get the word out.
Certainly. Yeah. Now the next one is Shenmue HD.
No.
I don't care.
Hey, mister.
Pretty sure Shenmue HD needs to stop being on this list.
This is like the first year it's on its list.
I said yes. Just saying.
Just it's.
I played Shenmue.
This game is not happening ever.
See,
I said no.
I think it could happen. So I'm sort of in Rachel's corner. Like I almost put yes.
You almost put yes. I did put yes.
We had 9.5% of people put yes. And the reason is Yu Suzuki, who is the creator of Shenmue, was basically radio silent on Twitter for about 2 years. Then a couple weeks ago, he starts tweeting again. He's now favoriting things with the hashtag of, save Shenmue. Would not surprise me if part of PlayStation's Building the List campaign, if they bring a Shenmue HD Collection. Not a Shenmue 3, because that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But it would not surprise me if they bring something like that to PlayStation.
I'm just going to, just get this out of the way real quick. I was very pessimistic for this part. The only thing I said yes for was the game that's already announced. So...
Well, last year was a really good year for knocking a lot of those out. I mean, like Battlefront and all that.
But it was obvious that was going to be that.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I don't think they'll do an HD Shenmue, but if the thing on the list said 3, I think I'd put yes.
Interesting.
They were slated to make it, like a couple years ago. It was like, yeah, they're probably going to let me make it if we can just find the money for it. Because
What if they just tossed it on the Vita? It wasn't HD.
Yeah, I could see
Possible.
that. I could see that. It's an old game. There's a whole new audience for it. But I don't know.
What about Crash Bandicoot?
No. I don't see how they could bring him back into the current climate, just with the way that they've changed him. Like I couldn't see it happening now.
Yeah.
I feel like give it a few more years and maybe it'll be a good time for a reboot. I know it's been a long time already, but
They've dropped those hints. I mean, whether it's in a PlayStation commercial and he's there on a sign, there are things floating around the internet that say like it's possible, but I don't think it happens this year.
I don't know who would take it, because the developer, like, that's like the most changed hands
Yeah.
game
Well,
series.
doesn't Activision own them right now?
I don't think they do anymore.
Did they not?
good.
No, it's Activision since 2008.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. But that's the publisher. That's not the developer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it could go to any developer, but
And I don't like any of these on the list that have touched it. Like, I know Naughty Dog's not going to take it back. They're
No.
way too busy.
Yeah. Making good games. I mean, what?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No. This is the lowest one on the list. 4.8% of people said yes.
Just trying to get that upset.
But what about Beyond Good and Evil 2? We already had a Big Boss prediction saying that it would be revealed.
while I said no, a lot of people seem to think this is the year for it.
We got 23.8% of people saying yeah. I said yes last year, but I think that burned me, and so I'm saying no this year. For that footage that looked a lot like Uncharted, like, I want that. But I don't think it's going to happen.
I put no, but I feel like this is the answer that I might have gotten wrong. It could happen.
It'd be great. I think with Ubisoft's plan of wanting to, annualize series, I don't think this is one they revisit.
Yeah, if you look at like the 3 different Ubisofts that were involved with it, they haven't done anything different than just Assassin's Creed and Just Dance in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's really hard to do.
And like the
Cool to
last
hear
thing we
Aisha Taylor talk about it.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
gonna be back. Aisha's gonna be back talking Ubisoft.
Yes. Love her.
Girl would.
I don't know. We haven't heard anything about this game since like 2008 though.
And
So
I think
no.
Michelle Ancel's busy with Wild on PlayStation. So I don't think it's happening. And finally, Parappa the Rapper.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
See,
Ain't gonna happen.
I want it. Like, by all means, prove me wrong. I want it, but no.
Yeah, I want to, but no.
I agree.
Yes. This
Yes?
is definitely happening.
Oh,
Oh,
it's gonna happen.
It's going to be on the Vita. This is going to be their big app.
while it's going to be a legacy system, you throw a legacy game on there?
Sure.
Parappa feels too risky for them to attempt right now because the AAA development's very scared shitless of taking a step outside. We know this will make money, so just make it. But like Parappa's cute and all that. Now here's the thing though. If a new Parappa game does come out, there is one studio that Sony has that would do very well with
I
it
know,
because
yeah.
they already make cute games that appeal to everybody. Media Molecule.
Oh.
Why
I
wouldn't
thought you were
it
going to
just-
talk about whatever studio does the Hatsune Miku games.
No,
That's
Sega.
not PlayStation, though. Sega.
no. I don't see why they wouldn't give it to Nanaonsha or however you pronounce that, because they haven't done anything since 2012, but they're still around. I'm on their website. Parappa is like the first listed thing on their projects, like stuff they've done.
So maybe.
I think this is the year.
What about Jammer Labby?
That's also on there.
I would love for that to come out as well. I really would.
Well, 14.3% of people said yes. Major Moses, we're going to let you go, but about your Big Boss prediction and Kiefer
Boss
prediction.
So, Big Boss prediction. Nintendo invites the 6 gods of Melee. Mango, Armada, PP, Mewtwo King, H-Box, and Borp to give fan opinions
Wait,
of what they think is a new game for Wii. What?
Borp?
Yeah, he's a god of Melee.
Is he?
No.
I thought he was
All
just he's a Pittsburgh guy. I know you're trying to give your Pittsburgh guys rep. I thought you were going to include Leffen in there. I'm like, that's debatable.
Anyway, so Nintendo invites all those guys to give fan opinions of what they think is a new game for Wii U.
Okay.
We get a hidden camera view of them in a small meeting room that looks fairly similar to the one from the GoldenEye remake teaser. So they start asking questions. What do you look for in a competitive fighting game? What gets you hype? What does Melee mean to you? After Mewtwo King says everything, the camera pans over their excited faces. The interviewer asks, what if I told you that we are making Melee mode for Smash on Wii U and 3DS? And all of them except M2K say, I'd rather just play Melee.
Well, if that's your big boss.
You're just making me sad, dude.
Well, let's hear your Kiefer then.
It's Melee mode for Smash on Wii U and 3DS. For the Kiefer prediction, Nintendo rewards Show Me Your News for their years of hype machine service by making us the official Nintendo podcast.
Damn right.
I thought I paid my dues!
This has been the saddest moments of my life. You have broken my heart.
Oh.
Those are my dreams.
We don't want that Doa and Ben guy.
I was like, Reggie's
Like
like,
your
we
one
don't
guy?
want to forget about read the manual.
And Iwata just comes out and he's like, so we own this podcast, right? Well, yeah, now we do. All right, you two, you're fired. Just
We're like,
Directly
yeah.
to the trash.
We're just like, well, yeah.
it's like, yeah, we saw that coming. We just like shake Iwata's hand and walk off stage. Nobody hears from us again for years.
Oh boy. Well, Major Moses, thank you for joining us. Do appreciate
Yeah, no
that.
problem. I can't wait for this to happen.
Yeah,
I hope I get to be a guest.
predictions. So much fun.
No, we're gonna forget all of our friends. We're like gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
those people. Everybody's like, I'm not gonna forget where I came from. We're gonna forget where we came from.
Have a great E3, man.
Fast as possible.
No problem.
All right, let's wrap up the show, and we're bringing in Solid Snake 120. How are you, Scott?
Oh, not too bad. How about you guys?
Pretty good. You're going to be joining Sword Hunter and myself for E3. We're going to be doing streaming if Twitch decides to work this year. We're going to be doing our reactions, our before and afters. We're going to try to do video coverage from last year, but try to amp it up that little more.
You know it. What? This will be what? The 5th year?
Oh my gosh, it's either like the 4th or 5th year that we've done something like this with the yes or no questions and all of this stuff. It's really amazing, and it's a big effort. So I want to bring a Sword Hunter in as well. Just really putting it all together with all the different guests. Thank you so much.
There you are.
It's always interesting.
That's a word for
That is a word for it, especially this year. So let's wrap up. Maybe the question for the tiebreaker for our yes or no contest is how many times will the word Mario be mentioned in the Nintendo digital event? You know, the average was 42.7. I said 32. Rachel said 47. Joe said 14. And Ben said 227.
I feel good about this one.
That's a safe bet. I think
mean,
that's
like-
a safe bet.
Mario
I
Maker.
imagine in your mind, it's just like there's a scenario where Iwata just gets on and just starts saying Mario, 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 Mario.
I mean, Mario Maker.
That's
You
all
never know.
here. I mean, oh, I'm excited for Mario Maker.
That should be a pretty exciting game.
I'm so no, you'll never understand.
But let's talk about our Big Boss and Kiefer predictions. Scott, I'm going to start with you.
For my Big Boss, I don't know if this has already been discussed, but I think for Big Boss, I think we're going to get an announcement of card form of amiibos. Mm-hmm. And I think how they're going to do it is they are going to release game-based packs.
Oh.
And by that, I mean you will have like a Codename Steam pack, which will come with all the amiibo cards that will work specifically with Codename Steam. And you'll have packs with like Smash Brothers that will release like part of a wave. It'll be like card pack 1, wave 1 or something. And it'll be only cards that work for that. The new Animal Crossing, there'll be a pack for that. And so on and so forth. So I think that's how they're going to do the card-based amiibo thing. So.
Amiibo card packs for games. Game-themed card packs. What about your Kiefer there?
Mike Kiefer, I think we're going to get a Sly Cooper 5 announcement.
Well, got to change my Kiefer.
That's a good one, though.
This is the last chance you've got to talk to me before I have to hurt you.
I love me some Sly Cooper. I mean, there's that movie coming out. I'm hoping it's not a movie tie-in. They hinted at a Sly 5 at the end of 4, so...
Egypt.
Who knows? Is Sly his own ancestor? Who knows?
Whoa.
He's his own granddaddy.
What about you, Sword Hunter?
For my big boss, Thunder was stolen a little bit, but I think I'm going to be a little bit more realistic and just say Half-Life 3.
It's happening.
It's never going to happen.
I know it's never going to happen, but I'm kind of hoping.
Big boss.
And for my Kiefer, it's something that I don't want to happen, but, God help us if it does. The Nintendo NX is going to be announced with its true name, the new Wii U.
God damn it.
Ooh.
Why are you lying to me?
Oh, those would be something.
Fanboys would cry.
Yeah. No. It would be justified.
And Xenoblade's going to come exclusively for the new Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, a horse won the Triple Crown.
Oh, yeah, I was going to point that out when the podcast is over, but okay, we can do it now. Yeah,
Horsies.
What?
American Pharaoh did win, because I totally forgot that was happening today.
So did I.
And a new Tails game was announced for Tails
Yeah.
fans, which
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them are there in the
Yes,
forums.
there
But
you
new
go.
Tails game.
Yeah.
There's a handful. Big Boss. It is going to be a new game from one of Rare's old franchises. In 2012, the company Eurocom went under, laid off its entire staff, and they were the ones who kept making James Bond games, and they were garbage. And I think they're going to, bring back kind of the GoldenEye sort of. I'm going to call it a franchise, but because Skyfall and Spectre are getting, Skyfall was a great movie, a lot of traffic, and Spectre's getting a lot of talk. I think we're going to get a new James Bond game from Rare.
Yeah, with Spectre coming out, that'd be pretty awesome. That's Big
All right.
Boss.
I would love that. Kiefer, Last Guardian 2015 release.
Bam.
Don't you ever come into my office and talk to me like that again. Do you understand me?
I don't
It's
even
happening.
care anymore. I don't
That's
feel.
pretty Kiefer.
I don't feel anything anymore.
Pretty great. How about you, Joe?
My big boss prediction is Mother 3 is coming to America on Wii U.
Someone had to make it.
An official translation from the Treehouse and everything. Finally coming to Wii U. Finally getting a localization, maybe on 3DS too. I don't know. But we're finally getting it after all these years.
I mean, the Earthbound love, the Lucas DLC.
Lucas DLC, Earthbound had a really nice reception when it came over here. They mentioned Mother 3 last year at E3 as a joke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think this is the year. I think this is what we're getting.
Next
Do
year.
you think it'll be a virtual console release, or are you thinking it will be like an actual Wii U?
I think it's going to be virtual console, like Sin and Punishment style. Cool. Personally.
I mean, a GBA release. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. My Kiefer is going to get some people killed if it happens. Being that I think there are more amiibo coming. Not just one, not just 10. 649 of them. All 649 Pokemon. Because, as we pointed out earlier, we've discovered that their NFC tags do contain their Pokemon Dex numbers. I think they're going to come out with an amiibo for every Pokemon. Like in packs, to include the evolutionary lines. Maybe the evolutionary lines as one amiibo. But I think that's my Kiefer.
You think it's going to be the cards, though?
No, I have full
God.
figures.
Oh, God. See,
That's why I say
oh,
people are going to die.
My God.
that,
Peter,
actually
don't
wanna
buy,
make
don't
money.
buy them all.
that'd be
Nintendo
Kiefer.
would get all the monies.
People are going to die, and I'm going to buy 15 Snorlax amiibos.
That'd be pretty Kiefer.
No, I'm not okay.
That is how World War III is going to start. Trying
Not
to
with
find
a bang,
all the Pokemon
but
amiibo.
with a Whismer.
That's the best. So, we all know that Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out in October, end of October.
The final
And
chapter.
I think for my big boss that there's going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's anthology coming as a console exclusive to PlayStation 4, which includes all the Five Nights at Freddy's games, including the upcoming sequel.
That's a big boss. I mean, that's indie. That's building the list.
That is one, but I actually have a couple Kiefers.
Oh.
Okay, so one of them is actually regarding what we were talking about earlier, like games getting remade for either Wii U or 3DS. Now, we've already had Super Mario Sunshine. I'm gonna go with the one I think will happen more is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess with 3DS.
You cannot have a normal life and do this job at the same time.
I will actually do want to play that. That would be quite
well,
good.
I'll
Definitely.
play it.
My next Kiefer, I think that there are going to be ukulele amiibos.
Ukulele amiibo.
Ukulele amiibo.
That'd be great.
I told you there's nothing I can do!
Okay. For Nintendo, for Microsoft, and for Sony, I have a big boss and a Kiefer to wrap up the show.
Jesus.
Let's start with Microsoft. For Big Boss, with the Windows 10 functionality, the dashboard on Xbox One will be redesigned to better format this, and it removes the TV functionality.
Ooh.
The Kiefer for Microsoft. We had Cyberlink 420 mention a Mega Man reboot. I think that's happening, but Microsoft is buying the exclusive rights for the game.
My God, what have you done? What have you done?
Because they need something.
That's true.
They need
That would
whatever they
make
can
me
get.
so sad.
I know.
I
But that's
wouldn't-
why it's
I
a
wouldn't
Kiefer
get-
prediction.
I wouldn't get to play it. I've never bought their consoles.
Yep. For Sony, after Batman Arkham Knight comes out, Warner Brothers has a partnership with PlayStation 4 to develop a Suicide Squad game. And for the Kiefer, PlayStation versus Capcom.
There are things in this world that are just out of our control.
I
That
think
is a hell of a
All-Stars?
keeper, and that ain't happening, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. After Street Fighter 5, after Sony paying the money for that, they're like, hey, let's get together with Capcom and make PlayStation versus Capcom. I mean, they're not going to make a Battle Royale 2.
Considering PlayStation had to pull in a bunch of other third-party characters in for Battle Royale, I don't think they have enough characters to make that roster.
Well, we'll see with that prediction. Now for Nintendo. For Big Boss. The Great Ace Attorney is coming to the United States on September 15th, 2015.
Woohoo.
This
What's
would be-
special about that date?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just picking a date just to be specific. But it's the Ancestor Phoenix Wright game with Sherlock Holmes and Watson, who's a young girl.
Watson John.
Yep. What the sunshine. And for the Kiefer, we've all heard talk that Zelda Wii U is not going to be at E3, but it is going to be at the Nintendo Direct. We're going to get a title and a story trailer. It just won't be on the show floor.
What did you just say? Say it again. Say it again! Or I'll break your other wrist!
I've seen a lot of people think that's probably going to be the case because, like, not at E3 usually just means not playable on the show floor.
I think it's just a misinterpretation of phrasing. So those are our predictions. That is our pre-E3 show with our predictions. It's a beefy one, I know, but it is every year, and it's certainly a lot of fun with the 50 E3 yes or no questions. So thank you everyone for your help. But Scott, it's going to be fun to have you over, and we'll have some good video content for
Oh,
everyone.
it's going to be a marathon. So, man.
So
I'm
many-
sorry I couldn't be there for it.
I know, I so
You were
wish you
expecting me
could.
to as well. Damn it, government.
Seriously.
In a hilarious thing, it would be pretty hilarious to hire a stripper to just sit there and watch video games. Not to necessarily strip, but just to sit there and be like, we're watching video game press conferences.
So do you guys want us to do you guys want me to do anything or no? Reggie is talking right now. Sit down.
Yeah, no, of course. Pass the popcorn.
What kind of hell is this?
What are your thoughts on the conference so far?
Are you more Sony or are you more Microsoft?
Your answer depends on how well you're getting tipped tonight.
It's true.
Well, on that bombshell, it's time to wrap up the show. With that, I'm Peter.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Joe.
I'm Ben.
I'm Mark.
I'm Snake.
All right. That's everybody. We're out. Thank you for listening. Have a great E3. Find out more about this show and other podcasts at the Show Me Your News Network, where you can embrace your inner nerd over at showmeyournews.com. Fans can interact with other SMYNJas at the friendliest community on the net at showmeyournews.com/forum. Show me your news!